raised higher than me, dude?
Welcome to the third ever full-length ML Capital podcast. Today, it was just me and Jack. We just wanted to come back right to our roots and have a conversation with you guys.
We're recording it on this because our intro got corrupted.
Yeah, but we're talking about some really great things here in the podcast, talking about the markets, talking about our portfolio, interest rates. Really interesting podcast. We hope you guys like it, and wait till next week where we're going to have a special guest.
Let's hop into it.
Yeah, get right in. S&P 500 up 25% since October.
Are you kidding me?
What's going on with the markets? We've been rallying year to date. I mean, stocks such as Nvidia going crazy gains, Jack.
Yeah.
Some people have made a lot of money.
So this is funny. Something I heard from someone the other day was that the S&P right now is basically a diversified tech company.
Oh,
it's
for
literally
sure.
just a diversified tech company and a few other things.
Yeah, there's the top 7 stocks, more like 6 since Tesla kind of has been stooping down.
Wow.
6 stocks carrying the entire market. I mean, Nvidia, we're looking at year to date up 80%.
This is crazy.
3 months.
Do you think it's going to stay like that?
No. I don't know, obviously, but
Yeah.
there's no way that this company can just keep going up and up. But earnings was a couple weeks ago, and people were saying there's no way Nvidia is going to keep going up, right? It's been rallying. It's up, 5% almost every day now, where it just keeps going up and up and up. And earnings came out, and it was successful. There was so much hype for this company, yet they're still meeting expectations.
Wow. So, oh my God. So
It's absurd.
they're pricing in 30% earnings growth.
30% moves in the
Wow.
share price, going the revenue growth for the next quarter.
But that's also kind of what makes me a little bit skeptical on the stock itself. Are they going to be able to meet that 30% quarter after quarter after quarter?
It's tough.
Or wait, no, what's their 30%? Is that 30% annually?
Let's take a look.
Yeah, wait, hold up. We need to check that.
30%
because
quarterly is a bit much.
It says a year-over-year increase of 205% is what they're priced in at.
Per year.
But check on yours. Let's get a little
I've heard 30% too.
Yeah,
and it's got to be yearly because there's no way 30% moves per quarter.
It would third consecutive quarter where Nvidia reports a year-over-year rise of more than 200% of revenue.
Yeah, I think it's quarterly.
That's insane.
Yeah. This company is an absolute powerhouse, and you know what it's doing? It's bringing up other companies in the industry.
Yeah.
AMD, for example, that's been seeing a lot of success. TMSC, microchip company in Taiwan, incredible growth.
Yeah.
They're the only chip manufacturers. They manufacture for Nvidia, Meta, Microsoft, all of these companies who are jumping into the AI game. They need these chips.
Yeah.
And so far, the highest quality chips are from this one company, TMSC,
Wow.
and they are absolutely booked for years in the future.
So that brings me to something that I recently was doing with a company called LYV, Live Nation Entertainment.
Yes.
You mentioned that because NVIDIA is doing well, is that how you say it? NVIDIA? NVIDIA?
I say NVIDIA.
NVIDIA. Okay. NVIDIA?
NVIDIA? Now you're messing me
NVIDIA?
up. NVIDIA.
Okay, yeah.
NVIDIA.
They're doing well. Companies in their industry are doing well because they're doing well.
Yeah.
They're almost moving with them,
Yeah.
right? As
Yeah.
they're the industry leader,
Yeah.
other companies coming in and moving with them.
Which makes sense.
There's a really cool hedge fund strategy called pairs trading.
Yes.
And I recently did it with, I kind of paper book tested it with Live Nation because
Yeah.
I wanted to see how it would work.
Yeah.
Where you go long on a company that you find super interesting in an industry, you think
Yeah.
it's going to outperform all the other competitors.
Exactly.
And you simultaneously short all of the most comparable companies in that industry to them.
Yeah.
And the goal is for if your long does well, you're going to get returns.
Yep.
And even if those other companies move with it, hopefully they're not moving as strong. And because you're shorting them, you're going to take a loss, but the loss won't be as big as the gain from the long position.
Exactly. And you're hedging your risk. Whereas if the industry, a systematic risk takes place and the entire industry gets
Yeah.
affected, that short position that's covering your losses.
Yeah, and that idea is that basically because your long position is supposed to be the best one in the market, if
Yeah.
they go down, it's something that's industry wide.
Exactly.
So not
They're
only will
always
they go
going
down, the other ones will. And if
Yeah.
your portfolio is weighted 50-50 and the short positions have the same beta
Yeah.
as the actual long position you have,
Yeah.
it should actually become market neutral.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, hedge funds, they're fascinating creatures.
Wild.
The strategies they can implement.
Wild.
I mean, we're talking about leveraging margins, trading options. They implement some absurd strategies.
Yeah.
And the regulation on hedge funds is surprisingly lax.
Very lax.
For instance, like almost they don't need they're not required
Nope.
to publicly post any of their earnings or trading strategies. And so it's really difficult to measure like the average hedge fund
Yeah.
growth, because if you're doing bad in a hedge fund, they just won't publish
Yeah.
their earnings.
Yeah.
Right.
And-
And so you never see it.
and then a lot of them even just slowly under the radar declare bankruptcy and
Yeah.
just go under.
Yeah, we're gonna short the market
Mm-hmm.
by leveraged out of our minds. If it doesn't work out, then we just go bankrupt and we start a new fund.
Yeah, so you were a couple weeks ago were talking to me off air about what was the company you were doing? It was Apple.
I was doing Apple. Yeah,
So
tell me about Apple. I can.
give me your rundown on the Vision Pro. Give me
Okay.
your rundown on what you think this means for Apple. Are they going in the right direction?
For
Are
sure.
they doing? It seems a bit crazy, but
Yeah.
product diversification. I didn't know this, but Apple really makes all their money from iPhones.
Oh my God, the dominance they have on the Apple ecosystem as a whole. You're right. Majority is the iPhone, but just in general,
Unreal.
all the accessories. We're
I know.
talking about the computers, the iPads, the Apple Watches.
I've got it all.
So do I. Right? It's so easy to just once you're an Apple customer, they make it so easy to just go and buy more products, right? Apple stock down 6.5% year to date, right? So we're talking about the market's up, Nvidia's up, all of these companies. Apple is not doing so hot.
And you'd expect them to be.
You'd expect them to be.
Yeah.
Why are they not doing good? There's a couple reasons. First, China, I'm not sure if you heard about this, they are banning the selling of Apple iPhones to government employees.
Oh, I did.
Right?
I did.
And so
It's
China,
a government. It's just for government employees.
just government employees,
Okay.
but it's having a effect on the reputation of Apple in China. So Huawei, which is Apple's biggest competitor in China, is seeing increases in product sales of 68%.
Year to date.
Like not stock price, but like sales. So their sales have increased since this news by
Oh my
68%.
God.
Right? Apple was 20% of Apple's earnings come from China. Now that's starting to dwindle as their market reputation is not as good in the country
Yeah.
because the government's cracking down on them. And so more people are going to Huawei. That's affecting their stock price.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna try and get the Vision Pro in there, eh?
They're trying to do the Vision Pro. So it's really interesting because, people, in my opinion, they're kind of thinking short term on Apple right now. Just because, is China a big deal? Absolutely, right? And it's incredibly important that they continue building up their market share there. But with the Apple Vision Pro, this is what I believe. The future of technology, the future of working is all going to be wearables, right? It's going to be wearable devices. You're going to be at work and you're not going to have a phone. You're not going to have a computer. You're wearing a headset or glasses or whatever it's going to be. And you have a digital work environment, right? You're at a desk. There is no computer. There's just a floating screen.
I
right?
can see it.
You don't have to buy TVs. It's just floatable screens everywhere.
I
and
can
it's
see
all
it.
because of the headset.
Oh, I can see it. It's hard to see it because
Yeah.
the tech is even though the Apple one is miles ahead of their competitors, it's not there yet.
No, it's hard to even imagine that that's going to happen, but I know it is.
It was close. Honestly, the closest I've seen to it, the closest I've come to going, wow, this might actually be what we're doing is the Apple headset.
Yeah.
The way that it real time tracks the environment and
Yeah.
locks things in place,
Yeah.
unmatched.
Yeah.
It's lacking a bunch of things. I heard that this is what Apple tends to do is they release something really early, and this actually isn't for consumer use.
That's exactly right. It's only for the early adopters.
Yeah.
So this is not even close to the final product that Apple's looking to do. Hopefully, some of you have seen the videos of the Apple Vision Pro. Casey Neistat put out a great video.
Yeah. Great
walking
video.
around, right? You can just walk around. You're on the subway, you're downtown, whatever you are, and you can just be watching content. We already do that with our phones, but why not? Instead of looking down, we're looking at the world around us and having things floating in the air. I know that that's what's going to happen. It's going to be
great.
It's going to be in our personal life. It's going to be in our work environment. It's going to save companies money because all they have to do is buy one headset for your employee, and then they're set. No computers, no work phones, no TVs in the office. Everything is on here. Everything's going to be digital, less of a paper trail, not paper trail, but less paper
intensive, less paper intensive,
Yeah,
less
that's a good
everything
word.
really.
Yeah, everything is going to be digital on these headsets.
We've already kind of seen that push, even not from this, but just laptops, computers in general in the workplace.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't that long ago where we buildings had dedicated rooms to paper filing.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure they still have that for like really important stuff.
Yeah.
That requires that, but you're not seeing that anymore. I mean, letters aren't being handwritten.
Oh yeah. I know Scotiabank, right where I work, there is cabinets full of documentation. We're talking about from the 1990s, the 2000s. Guess what? We don't put any new documents in there.
And you got to keep them, which kind
We're
of
just
sucks.
keeping them, right? And then we're slowly, after that 7 years, we're still keeping documents from the 1990s. I don't know why.
It's crazy.
Because after 7 years, we don't need to keep them.
Wow.
But at some point, all of that's going to get thrown out. It's all going to be digital.
That's wild. Every time I go to the walk-in clinic, every time I go to the dentist office, I don't know why. Maybe it's just I'm going to ones that are not up to date, but they have a severe case of just paper everywhere.
Really? Eh?
Yeah, right in the front desk.
Yeah.
I mean, it is nuts.
I think I know what you're talking
Someone's
about.
sitting in the front desk and go, "Oh, I'm here for my appointment."
Yeah.
And then I see
They
them
whip out the paper calendar. What are
paper
you
calendar,
doing?
find it.
Yeah.
Then they go to the back and they look through folders of paper.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
just going, "Oh my god, Control F."
Yeah.
You could Control F that.
For sure. Some people like paper, right? Like I don't knock the people who are like they enjoy the feel of a paper calendar. Hey, I'm not gonna judge, but it's just less efficient, right?
Yeah,
I think we can all
it
agree
is.
on that, right?
I mean, one thing I wish I could go back and change was when I was in high school. I mean, the tech wasn't good enough though, but as second year university, I bought myself a iPad Air 4.
And you never look back.
Yeah, it's not the newest one.
Yeah.
It's one of the base models.
Yeah.
Got it on a student discount because in Canada you can get a student discount if you don't know that at Apple for their Macs and their iPads. It came out to being $600, I think.
Not bad.
Even cheaper now.
Yeah.
And it has the look. I'm already doing a pitch for Apple.
Yeah,
See,
look at
this
this
is what
guy.
I mean.
This guy's the best brand loyalty.
Yeah, it's
brand
got
ambassador.
what you need for a good iPad or tablet to do this on. Palm rejection. That's all you need. Don't buy the Apple Pencil. Go and buy the cheap fake ones off the internet. They're great.
This is why Apple stock's down.
Dude,
because of your pitch right now.
It might be because of me.
Yeah.
$600, and you go, oh, you're gonna have to buy an iPad. Over 4 years of not having to pay for textbooks, paper, pencils, erasers.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that I actually saved money.
Yeah.
I forecasted it out.
Yeah.
I forecasted out how much I would have spent on textbooks.
Let's see the DCF
paper.
on that.
It was insane.
Yeah.
And now I have notes from year one backed up on a hard drive at home.
You're so organized.
Yeah.
And I use paper still.
I could
right?
send you my education.
Yeah.
I could go, hey, dude, here's my education from the last 4 years.
Yeah. Where's mine? It's in the trash. It's gone.
We don't know where yours is.
Mine's gone.
Mine's physically there.
Well, it's digitally there.
But it's well, it's on the cloud,
It's
I
on the
guess. You're
cloud.
right. It's not actually there.
On the cloud.
Somewhere it's there.
The market, Jack. I don't understand, like,
Your
how
market
things have been doing so good.
I can guess why.
Tell me why.
I can guess why.
Because interest rates haven't gone down yet.
There was a pushback on when interest rates were going to go down, but I think we've seen that we've either completed a soft landing or what we thought was going to be a recession really just didn't ever happen.
It never.
It
a little bit, but not to the not a recession.
Very
You're right.
little
You're
compared to what people were planning for.
Totally right.
Employment numbers are still great.
Oh my god.
We never saw this massive dip.
No.
I mean, maybe in certain industries.
Yeah.
I know finance, for example, where we are, has been pretty tough.
Yeah.
But that's because there's a lack of things like M&A going on.
Exactly. Because of the high interest rates.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they're all just kind of waiting for that to come down.
Yeah.
Is it going to be this year? Probably. but not to the degree that it was before. Not to the 2%.
Yeah. Oh, I hope.
Yeah.
I hope for our sake that by the end of next year, they're starting to look for more people in finance for sure.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna need that.
You
We're gonna
want to
need
hear
that.
something fun?
What?
EV industry, Dodge coming out with a all muscle electric vehicle.
I hate it.
You don't like it?
I'm a hater.
It's a big honking truck.
I'm a hater.
That's an electric car.
Don't even talk to me.
Come on. I think it's great that we're transitioning to any type of vehicle can be fully electric now. Is that you
A
disagree
muscle
with that?
car?
I mean,
You know what that's like? Okay, let me try and explain what that's like.
Tell me.
Okay.
tell
Oh,
me.
I know what it's like. Here's this. Why do you like a expensive watch? Why do you like a Rolex? Why do you like a Breitling? Why do you
The
like
look.
these watches?
How it looks.
Just the look?
I mean,
Do
I don't
you
care
like
about
the,
the
Do you like the mechanical
I don't
aspect?
care about
of
the
it?
ticking.
But Rollies don't tick tock.
So there you go. I like the
So,
they
you're
don't.
supposed to finish the lyric.
I don't know the
Rollies
lyric.
don't tick tock.
On my clock.
No.
Oh,
Rollies don't tick tock.
they be on my wristwatch.
I think I'm not even doing the lyric right.
I
I
don't
think
think-
it's they don't glide. They don't glide.
Yeah.
All right, no, they do glide. Rollies don't tick tock, they glide, I think.
That's a great lyric.
Yeah, that's how you can tell if one's real or fake.
I don't think you've had a Rolly.
I don't.
No.
I've seen one.
So anyways.
But no. Let me go back to what my analogy
Yeah.
was. You don't buy a muscle car to have an electric engine. You're literally purchasing the muscle car for the gas, the power.
Yeah, you can get that with an electric car.
I know you can put a speaker in it, but you're literally, it's the engineering in the car.
See, so your wrists, your watch analogy. I care about the look of the watch more than the mechanics of the watch.
So then you wouldn't care if I gave you an Apple Watch with the face of a Rollie on it.
I would love that. I mean,
You
looks cool.
dude.
Nah, I mean, listen, would I prefer
you
the
wouldn't.
Rolly? Would I prefer it? Yes, I would.
You're buying
nothing beats a Rolex.
No one's buying a Mustang, and I think it's a little bit cringe. No one's buying a Mustang
Mm.
for electric green power.
Listen.
I'll be honest, and I love
know,
electric
I
green
know.
power.
Yeah.
I love it. You know what? Here's another hot take.
Yeah.
Don't like the Mustang SUV that's electric.
Ooh, hot take.
Don't like it.
Hot.
You know what
take.
I do like?
Tell me.
I think it's called the Ion.
I'm not a big car guy.
Ion.
I don't know these
5?
cars.
It's so expensive.
I guess maybe I'm not the best.
Oh, it's
person to
no,
talk about
it's
this.
not. It's not Ion. Sorry, it's called a Polestar.
Oh, I know that car.
Polestar.
That's fully electric too.
I think so.
It is. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Very nice looking car, in my opinion.
See, and that's electric.
Oh, I love electric cars. I'm just saying that a muscle car.
Should be a muscle car.
I mean, you're literally the name. It's in the name.
It's just an electric car has as much power. It does.
I know, but it's the idea of a muscle
You
car.
you want to see that exhaust flying up the back.
I do.
That's what it is.
I do. I want to see fire.
Whoa.
I want to see fire coming out the exhaust pipe.
Yeah.
And that is coming from someone that drives a 2008 Mini Cooper. So,
Coming from the opposite
Yeah.
of any muscle car.
I don't even like muscle cars anyways. I don't even know why I'm fighting for them.
Hey, I mean, I get where you're coming from.
I'm being a, what they call a contrarian to you, dude.
Tax,
Devil's advocate.
You know we're in tax season right now?
Ooh,
Yeah.
we are.
People, you got to get your taxes in. And hopefully you're getting a refund,
Yep.
right? If you're... Well, here's the idea, Jack, right? People want the refunds because they don't want to be paying taxes at the end of the year when they do it, right? But if we're really going for efficiency, what you want is a $0 tax refund at the end of the year. You want to pay the exact amount of taxes that you were supposed to. Because if you're getting a refund at the end of the year, that means you've been overpaying your taxes over the year.
And you could have been investing that.
You could have been investing those dollars, right? So really, we're trying to maximize the minimums right here by talking about, try to get your tax refund to zero. But still, if you're getting a refund of $1,000, you could have that $1,000 6 months ago, put that in the market. It could be $1,200.
And what was the market 6 months ago?
I'll tell you, because it was.
It's been a nice ride.
It has been a wild ride.
It hasn't been one of modesty for sure.
No, in the past 6 months, it's up 13%. So yeah, it'd be up to about 1,100.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. So you don't want to wait on that. You don't want to be getting rebates. If you're getting rebates, it's because you didn't have the money right. A lot of people, though, I will say, and maybe in jobs where it's auto deducted.
Yeah.
What do you do if you're in that situation? I don't think you can do anything, right?
You can. So I've done this before. I contacted my HR department at Scotiabank. I said, listen, I've got 2 jobs. So I told them that I have another job. Please change my tax deduction on this because I don't have any, I don't know if you like, due to the tax brackets, your first, 10, 15% of your paycheck is, there's no taxes charged. But I said, I have another job. And so you can ignore that. You can deduct that taxes.
Oh.
Right? So really what I should be doing is maybe, because I'm getting a refund, I should be contacting Scotiabank and saying, look, I'm getting refunds. Can you actually take out less from my paycheck to taxes?
Interesting.
Because clearly I've been overpaying.
Interesting.
Yeah. So you can contact your HR department at your work, explain the situation, say, listen, I'm getting a tax rebate at the end of the year, or I'm having to pay taxes at the end of the year. And then you can change how much is auto deducted from your paychecks to try to get that number as close to 0 as possible.
I'm looking into this right now. I'm seeing that it's not only Apple that's being targeted by the Chinese government right now, but it's also Tesla.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually have not heard of that. What's going on with Tesla in China?
Let's see. Tesla suffered a huge slump in shipments from its Shanghai Gigafactory last month.
They do have a Gigafactory in China. That's right. You're right. Apple and Tesla, they're hitting a rocky patch. I know that Tesla's been really struggling just because of BYD, right? We were talking about BYD months ago. We were looking at investing in it. They make it's more difficult to invest in foreign companies.
I actually want to see what BYD's at right now.
Let's take a look because we were going to invest in them when? November.
2 months ago? Is that 2 months ago?
About 3
months ago?
3 months ago.
Oh, dude, they're up 6% today.
Today?
I think earnings came out.
Today? Oh my god. See, if we...
They're 10%, basically 10% up on the month.
Okay.
We knew it!
We knew
it!
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, that's pretty good. I
mean, swear our picks are unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
We know we have future vision.
How is the portfolio doing?
Let's see. I can actually pull it up.
I know we're in the green.
Yeah, our Live Nation pick was great.
Yep.
We put a lot of thought into that, actually.
How's Lulu doing?
I think Lulu might be one of our losers.
Well, let's take a look.
But we'll see.
I believe in Lulu.
You believe? I believe in him, too.
I believe in the Canadian
Oh, my
bonds.
God.
Hit me, Jack. What are we at?
We're down.
No, we're not.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, good.
We're up 2%.
Okay.
Not bad.
2%. And what's that? That's the past month?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is, like I said, Lulu is our loser, biggest loser.
And guess what? The market is up 2.2%. So we're on with the market.
Cool.
We're in the market.
So Lulu and Shopify are our big time losers, and they're down 5.5% both.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Lulu.
That's a little bit saddening.
Yeah.
Live Nation.
What's it up? 12. Double digits.
12%.
Our Live Nation's up 12.
We love to see that.
That's great.
We love to see that.
That's great.
Our Microsoft is also up 2%.
Yeah.
So Live Nation is keeping us afloat right now.
Yeah.
It was our replacement pick for BYD.
Exactly. So, I mean, we're happy with it.
Yeah.
Right? You know, it's on about the same as BYD right now, which is good.
Yeah.
Live Nation's such an interesting company.
Yeah.
The fact that they just have a monopoly over the entire concert market.
Yeah, so it's
absurd.
It's really interesting how it works. And if you don't know what Live Nation Entertainment is, they're basically a concert promoter, venue operator, ticket seller. They basically do everything.
Yeah.
But what gives them a lot of power over the industry is the amount of venues that they have operating control over. And that comes in the form of leasing and full ownership, actually.
Yeah.
So if you are a North American artist, let's say you're big in North America.
You're looking to go on tour.
You want to go on tour. Yeah, that's how you're making your money.
Yeah.
Right? You essentially have to go through Live Nation to do that because there's no tour route that goes around the venues they own. And they did it on purpose. They strategically got ownership rights of venues in certain places to do that.
Yeah. They are so popular just because the strategic implementation of their strategy. They're like, we are going to purchase and lease all of the hot spots. And and I feel like the market hasn't yet realized just the power of that alone. And being able to control that.
And you know who they own?
What do they own?
Ticketmaster.
Yes. Which is, where does all
Number
concert...
one.
All concert tickets go through Ticketmaster, and they own them. So they're ingrained there, the vertical
Yeah.
implementation of their supply chain. They own every single aspect of the concert industry.
Let me tell you a genius business idea that Ticketmaster did.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be to the demise of the consumer. So if you're a concert goer out there, I'm sure you've experienced. I can't talk.
That's all
I'm
right.
sure you've experienced this.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It really does suck when it sucks when it happens.
Yeah.
They have found out a way to make money off other people reselling tickets, because
That's absurd.
usually what would happen is tickets go on sale, scalpers buy them up, and then the scalpers are the ones that get to make the excess profit.
Exactly.
Right? What does Ticketmaster do? Well, they do a pre-sale, then they do a sale for those who bought tickets and want to resell them. Guess what? You resell them through Ticketmaster,
Yeah.
and Ticketmaster takes another cut.
Yeah. It's they're taking a cut when they sell it to you.
Yep.
And then you resell them for a profit. They take a cut of that profit.
So they're essentially getting to also they're
Double dipping.
double dipping, cashing out on not only you but also the scalper as well.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. It's there's not many industries where someone will buy something from you, resell it, and you get to gain from both of those transactions. It's absurd.
It's really crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And with that, it's been a really interesting week, really interesting month in finance.
For
sure. I always like that we get to hop on once a week, talk about the markets, educate you guys about it. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
Really excited for next week.
Surprise guys.
Yeah. So look forward to that, guys. And have a great rest of your week.
Yeah, and remember, we're invested in you.
Yes, we are.
All right,
Goodbye,
see ya.
guys. Have a good night.